Welcome to Top Shelf Men. I'm Reese. Today, we're going to talk about why polyamory is a scam. And if your girlfriend, wife, or LTR, significant other, the plate you spin, whatever woman you're with, she brings up the idea to open up the relationship, it's either time for you to dump her, downgrade her, not take her seriously, or prepare to bounce. And this is because polyamory is some new age commie gobbledygook crap where the only person that comes out ahead in a polyamorous relationship is the woman. Let's go back to common sense. If you are a single guy and you walk into a bar, even if you're Brad Pitt levels of good looking and you have money, what are your chances of you walking into a bar or a social situation and coming out with a girl that's going to come into your bed that same night? Even if you are amazingly good looking, wealthy, and charismatic, a same night home run is not common. Of course, the higher you are in these attributes, the more likely it is to happen. But is it a guarantee? No. On the other hand, take your average woman that's a 5. So she's not beautiful, she's not ugly, she's in the middle. She's not a land whale. She has a decent figure, knows how to be feminine, is decent looking. Now that same woman walks into any kind of bar or social situation looking to get laid that same night. What are the chances of her getting someone to bang her out that same night? What? Are you saying that those chances are very high? Almost guaranteed? Yes, they are. That's why polyamory is a scam. And when your LTR, your wife, your girlfriend brings it up, is because she has already cheated on you or she's looking to cheat on you. Because women do not work like men, where men, we can enjoy casual sex, have a blast with a bunch of women, and then come back to our wife, girlfriend, LTR, and nothing in our feelings change. Because when we were with those other girls, it was just for fun. When women, because of the whole pair bonding dynamic, when they do cheat on you, they're like, oh, well, I want to cheat on him more, but I have to justify it somehow. Because again, women never take responsibility for their mistakes or their actions. They're like children. So, I'm going to suggest to him, let's make our relationship polyamorous. And I live in a lefty commie city, also known as New York City. And I can tell you that every lefty commie that I know that has been married, and then the wife brought up the idea, oh, let's have a poly marriage. Let's open up our marriage. I've literally seen these people in the bar with her having 4 guys orbiting around her, talking to her, trying to slam her, while the guy is literally about 6 to 10 steps away, looking down like a cuck. Because usually, again, they're lefties, so they don't believe in working out. They don't believe in looking good. So, so the guy never attracts any woman, and she's getting banged out by all these randos. Again, it's hilarious, but these lefties, they all fall for that bullshit. So make sure you don't fall for it. Do not fall for the polyamorous bullshit. So let's take a look at a classic example that I found. But before that, do me a favor. Like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Again, YouTube, they love to push Mr. Beast, who he's got transgenders, he's got transformers in his entourage because they're freaking weirdos. And they give you entertainment that doesn't teach you any self-improvement, doesn't teach you anything. That's what they love to push because they want you to be an idiot. But channels like mine, we get shadow banned. Why? Because we're pushing positive masculinity and we're telling you, do not get bamboozled by these women. Be a top shelf man and be the best that you can be. So you can help this channel grow. You can help get the message out by liking, subscribing, sharing the video if you know anybody who would benefit from this message. Before anyone who is probably getting bamboozled by their wife, let's be polyamorous. All right, back on topic. And the post reads, am I the a-hole for not being emotionally invested in my relationship since my wife opened our relationship a year ago? My wife, 29 female, and I, 29 male, have been married for 4 years. We've been together for almost 17 years. So they've been together since they were 11, 12 years old. We are each other's first and only relationship. We also have a 9-year-old son. Okay, so who started the poly thing? Because since they've only been with each other, they've been the first and only relationship, then she should be fairly pair bonded to him. Okay, let's see where this goes. Last year, my wife brought up opening the relationship. We're both very open with each other, and we don't hide anything from each other. She understood it was a very sensitive topic, and she didn't force anything, but she said she never had a chance to explore or have sex with anyone else, and she wanted to give it a try. All right. So again, this is a beta soy male because, again, it's Reddit. What do you expect? But they're very uncandid here. So this already is throwing up some red flags. He's saying that they're very open with each other. They don't hide anything from each other. And I'll tell you this much, in that in any long-term relationship is not good, because you always have to be above your wife. You always have to be the masculine figure. You have to be the leader of the relationship. That's why, like Rich Cooper says, a car only has one steering wheel, a boat only has one steering mast. That's why you have to be the leader. You have to be the driver. If you guys are equal, then the reality is that if a woman sees you eye to eye, she's going to look down at you because you're a woman too. So they don't hide anything from each other. Okay. And then she's saying that she wants to explore to have sex with other people and just give it a try. The red flag with me tells me that with her giving him this reasoning, she already cheated on him. But now she's trying to justify it. She's trying to be like, oh, well, I want to try something. I've never tried it before, but I want to try it now. But what brought this upon her? Because she already cheated on him. And now she wants to justify it. And the other thing that I get from this is that this is just a general tip for long-term relationships. I made a video about this, by the way. You can find the video right over here. I'll put up a card for it right over here. But it's, you never make your wife into your friend. You make your wife into your friend, and she's guaranteed to become bored with you. There will be no mystery about you. She's going to get bored with you. And unfortunately, I've seen this so many times with my male friends. A lot of male friends, I help them get a girlfriend. And then after they get a girlfriend, eventually they wind up getting married to that girl. And then what happens? They make their wife their best friend. The only interactions with people they have outside of work is only their wife. So of course their wife is going to get bored with them. And what's going to happen when the wife gets bored with them? She's going to look to Monkey Branch, because she's going to be, is he really the best I can do? Again, he's like another girl. So do not make your wife into your friend. All right, reading on. That she said that she never had a chance to explore or have sex with anyone else, and she just wanted to give it a try. So let's continue from here. I was devastated, but I heard her out and told her I need a few days to process it because my feelings. After a few days, I told her I would be okay with it, because this guy's a beta soy cuck. And I laid out a few ground rules, because miss, there's going to be rules to your hanky-panky of you getting railed by other random men and me paying for your mortgage, your lifestyle, and your kid. She had to get regularly tested. She had to have her partner get tested. Again, this shows you this is a soy creature, because it's not a man and a woman. It's a partner, because, partners. And not to bring anyone at home. Yeah, because, their son might be watching, because he wants to watch by himself. I also told her not to talk about her dates or hookups with me, as I did not want to know about it. My wife, of course, happily accepted all of the conditions, but she also apologized a lot, because she was already cheating on you, you dumbass, and told me she'll do anything for me for the rest of our lives for being so understanding of this, because now she's going to experience Tyrone and Chad and Juan. God, this is ridiculous. It took me almost a month to get used to it, but ultimately I did. I enjoyed other men being in my wife. There's no getting used to this. This is fucked up. I did not bother with dating apps because I was genuinely not interested in having sex with anyone else. And I also knew the reality of these dating apps for men. A lot of these girls on dating apps are either single mothers, giant whales, or Transformers. However, I did start emotionally distancing myself from my wife. It was probably unintentional. I no longer initiated dates, date nights, sex, and she was the only one who initiated anything. The last time I initiated or planned a date was a year ago. Well, so thankfully this guy has some aspect of his masculine brain intact, where all the soy hasn't fully transformed his brain into an estrogen thing, where he's being disgusted by the fact that his wife is effectively become the village bicycle. I did talk about this with my sister, and I asked her to keep it private. My sister was shocked and also angry. Again, shows you that this is a beta male. He does not have a tribe of men. He runs to his sister to get advice. Again, it's fine to rely on family, but it also shows you, again, the blue-pilled state of mind, the mentality. For me, anywhere I go where let's say I change cities, I change countries, my first rule is to make a group of like-minded males who see the world the way I do, because I know that those are the people you need to be able to rely on. But he runs to his sister, again, because this is a feminized blue-pilled mind. So I did talk about this with my sister, and I asked her to keep it private. My sister was shocked and also angry, but I told her to let it go, as it didn't really bother me too much. Yeah, but he went crying to her. However, my sister and I did start hanging out much more often since she was recently divorced and had free time. So they were having girls' night out, doing each other's makeup. She got me out of the funk I was in, and we started having dinners, going to movies, and going on hikes. So you became your sister's girlfriend? I genuinely started enjoying life again, and I was constantly planning new things to do or places to explore with her. Literally a new girlfriend. She constantly asked me about divorcing my wife, and she really wanted me to do it, but I told her I'd think about it. This carried on for a year, and my wife didn't say anything, even though she noticed everything that was happening. However, a few days ago was her birthday, and I had genuinely forgotten it was her birthday till my wife reminded me that afternoon. My wife likes to be surprised, and for almost 17 years, I have always surprised her with a gift. But this year, I had completely forgotten it was her birthday. And my wife hadn't even reminded me her birthday was coming up. God, what a woman. My wife and I had an honest talk, and for the first time, I told her I'm not as emotionally invested in this relationship as I was prior to her opening the relationship. I told her it was unintentional and that she's a really great wife and mom to our son. My wife then broke down in tears. Oh my goodness. And she said it was 2 months since she had closed the relationship and that she would never open the relationship again. And it would really mean a lot to her if I could get back to how I was before she opened the relationship. Now, this is weird. So she's claiming now that she had closed the relationship 2 months before this talk, but she didn't tell him. Again, this is psychic mind reading. I could be totally off on this, but it seems like the Chad or Tyrone that she had cheated on him originally and was constantly cheating on him with, it seems that he may have dumped her. Because, again, this is a woman with a kid and a cuck husband. You know, this is not the kind of woman you take seriously. This is the kind of woman you treat like a semen bucket. And then once you have your fun with her, you send her on her way. And that's probably what happened. So it's interesting that, again, why didn't she tell him 2 months ago? That like, oh, this is not working out, I'm closing the relationship. But she's waiting for this now. Oh, yeah, by the way, I closed it 2 months ago. It's so bizarre. But again, it's Reddit. Let's see. She wanted to go back to the way it was before she opened the relationship. I did not know my wife had closed the relationship 2 months ago, and I told her I'll try, but I don't know. Am I the a-hole for not being emotionally invested in the relationship since my wife opened the relationship up last year? Ah, Jesus. All right. Let's analyze what we just saw. So we have a couple where they have been together, might have been puppy love or something, but they've been together since they were around 11, 12 years old. And then they get married. Now they're 29 years old. They got married around the time they were 25. So from 11 or 12 years old to 25, they've been together. And they've only been with each other. They've been married for the last 4 years. And suddenly, mind you, this woman should be pair bonded solidly to this man. It's the only man that has ever been inside her. They have a kid together. But yet, suddenly, out of the blue, magically, she gets it into her mind, oh, let's try poly. This is what tells me that she likely cheated on him and had been cheating on him. But she needed to justify because, again, look at how women are. They love to have their cake and eat it too. Because she can have the alpha who was rearranging her guts, banging her out when she was cheating on her husband. And she has this beta that, oh, well, he's a good father. He pays the bills. He makes good money. So she wanted to have it all. So she decides to ask, oh, let's open up our relationship. And this guy, being a cuck beta, agrees with it. And I think this is what got her on the path to cheating on him in the first place. This guy was such a cuck, such a beta, that as much as she was pair bonded to him, she just got turned off by him. And became, I think they became friends in her heart. That's why she started to look elsewhere and started cheating on him. So, of course, the cuck agrees and gives her some lame-ass rules because he's a cuck. And then he runs to his sister. Again, this is the feminized male brain, where I'm going to run to other women because other women made my fifis hurt. And then, long story short, part of his masculine wiring is still like, oh, I don't want to be with this village bicycle. Again, he doesn't go into details as into how she was dating. And this guy does have some proper sensibilities as to what online dating is like, because, and again, this is the scam. His wife had boyfriends or a boyfriend or whatever, but she was getting railed by other men while this guy was getting nothing. What was he doing? He was hanging out with his sister, doing each other's nails, doing each other's hair, doing each other's makeup. He became like another woman and was basically platonically dating his own sister. Again, this is hilarious, but this is probably what turned off his wife in the first place. And then he brings her up for a talk because you have to let your feelings out. And she tells him, oh, I closed the relationship 2 months ago. I just didn't tell you. And thinking about it, probably happened like with this case over here, where mom of two leaves her husband of 14 years for a stranger she was convinced was her soulmate after one magical night at a conference, only to be ghosted by him. So my guess is that her birthday rolled around and she had either been ghosted by this guy or she noticed that this guy started to kind of put her on the back burner. Because if this guy was hot, or these men were hot, they're likely just playing with her or spinning plates. Again, she's technically a single mother with a cuck husband. So you don't take those women seriously, especially if you have options being a top shelf man. And that's why she's like, oh, I didn't tell you, but retroactively, I had closed our relationship 2 months ago. That's what kind of would make this kind of make sense, I guess. So whoever the hell she was pair bonded to that she was cheating on him with started to ghost her or started to flake on her, which made her very insecure and made her break down when her cuck beta husband was finally, oh, I'm going to put my panties on the table and tell you what my feelings are. And this is why I tell you guys, polyamory is a new age gobbledygook commie scam. Real men in the past, when it was one man and he had multiple wives, it was called a harem. That's why they refuse to use the word harem, because, oh, that's misogynistic, because that's the only way it kind of works. If a man is spinning plates, if a man has a harem where they all agree with it and the women are exclusive to him because of his ability to provide for them financially, provide for their offspring, give them a standard of living, whatever it is. That's the only way it has historically worked, where powerful, high-value males had harems. This whole polyamory crap is a scam. Why? Because, like I said before, polyamory is the woman telling you she does not want to be with you anymore, but she likes your money, she likes what you provide for her, so she wants the best of both worlds. So it's a scam. And it's usually the guy that's getting screwed, and it's usually the woman that's getting railed left and right. Because like I said before, same situation, you put a male wants to get laid, it's a luck of the draw. A female, nearly guaranteed. So, let us know what your experiences have been. Have you had a girlfriend or a wife that suggested you become polyamorous? Let us know in the comments below. Also, help the channel grow, like, subscribe, share this with somebody that could benefit from the content of this video. Also, check out the locals, wherever the hell I put it. I'll be posting content there before it goes live on YouTube. This is Reese. See you next time, guys. Peace.